Will corporations be those that save us from the Republican Party stopping us from voting? I have my doubts, but we'll see what happens. We do have some first moves in Georgia in this area. So civil liberties groups are ratcheting up pressure on major corporations based in Georgia, including Coca-Cola, Aflac, Delta Airlines, Home Depot, and UPS, to oppose a Republican-led effort to make it harder to vote in the Peach State. They put out things like this is from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, asking those companies to stand up. And apparently it has succeeded, at least to some extent. Back on Friday, the advocates scored a win when the Georgia Chamber of Commerce issued a statement expressing, quote, concern and opposition to the measures under consideration in the legislature. Coca-Cola said it would, quote, work to advance voting rights and access in Georgia and across the country. Delta Airlines backed an election system that promotes broad voter participation, equal access to the polls, and fair, secure election processes. Home Depot, of all places, endorsed accessible, fair, and secure elections. I mean, that could just say that they support the Republican position because that's the lie that the Republicans give. But Aflac and UPS touted a push for fairness and integrity. So now in the past, there have been things that state legislatures have done that corporations have pushed back against and they've gotten to a reverse. So back in 2016, Georgia's Republican governor vetoed a so-called religious freedom bill after the business community, sports leagues, and civil liberties groups criticized it as being anti-gay. In 2019, though, a threatened Hollywood boycott failed to stall one of the nation's strictest anti-abortion bills, which was still signed into law by Republican Governor Brian Kemp. So a little bit of mixed success there on getting involved. What are your thoughts about this one?
You can't count on corporations to do anything but worry about their profits. Right, even Coca-Cola, they're kind of getting a little mushy on whether or not they're going to stand with the voters of Georgia, and so for me, it's just a testament to the alignment. And Republicans know this. There's a lot of alignment between the ultimate goals of these corporations and the Republican agenda, which is to minimize their tax responsibility in this country. And so all of these ancillary things, all these things that are on the periphery, rather, they're significant to the extent that we can apply political pressure and economic pressure. And so until we can actually show them, and I think this is what a lot of people are doing, the New Georgia Project, Cliff Albright and Insay Ufat, they're organizing to ensure that there's enough economic pressure so that they can feel the hurt.
And let's say that this initial statement actually represents that they're gonna do something. I mean, I feel like we know basically nothing about what that means or how significant it is. So you support voting rights, access, blah, blah, blah. What does that mean in practice? Does it mean that you will put out a statement? Or does it mean that you will not donate money to anyone who votes in favor of these laws? Or will it mean that you will support candidates who will try to take down those who pass these laws? These are all things that, in theory, a corporation could do with their vast resources if they actually care about voting. Some of them are far, far, far more significant than others. And so far, I mean, granted, it's only been a little bit of time. Putting out a statement is super easy. Everybody can say that they want fair, secure elections. That's so simple that I don't even know which side that's meant to support, considering how many lies there are about this area. But will you put your resources where your PR statements are in terms of trying to take down all of the many Republicans? Because every Republican in the state is gonna vote for these bills, HB 531 and SB 241. Are you actually gonna do that? And that is where I have a lot more questions, and I guess we'll have to see. I assume activists are gonna be really trying to define what these corporations are talking about.
And John, what's so frustrating about this, it's simultaneously frustrating, but also encouraging. It's frustrating that they're able to get away with this suppression. And every time they get away with it, organizers have to go out and register even more people. But it's encouraging because there's enough tenacity and enough willingness to just continue to fight the fight that when they disenfranchised, I think it was 200,000 voters in the 2018 gubernatorial race with Stacey Abrams, they came back and registered 300, 400,000. And so it's frustrating, but it is encouraging because the people see what's happening and they're organizing.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.